Welcome to this short video of how to put layering and media into your Inspire worksheets. This is a PowerPoint I normally use with Year 8s, showing them how to manufacture a circuit board. So it looks a bit boring, a bit bland. We're going to try and make this a little bit more interactive. You can import your PowerPoint straight from PowerPoint into Inspire. You can see it's a little bit more colourful, a bit more interactive. And what I can now do, I can drag the components down into where I think they should be. So you could get students to come out and drag them down, so you test their knowledge. But by using a very simple layering technique, you can make that top one disappear, the bottom one will appear, showing where the components should go. I'm just going to take these resistors out and put them back, the symbols out, and put them back, ready for when I save the file. You'll also see a screen below this, which is video screen. This is where your media would go. So I'm just going to play the media for you, just to show you it does work. And what I'd probably do is use this first to show the students where the components will go, and then I'd use the interactive side to test their knowledge, make sure they've been watching. So just by clicking play, the video will now play. And even though it looks a bit small here, because it's an object, we can drag it all the way out, make it bigger so they can see it, and then we can drag it back. So you can make your Inspire slides much more interactive, much more for teaching and learning than you would with a hyperlink on a PowerPoint. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do this. So here's my blank slide, and the first thing I'm going to do is go to my PowerPoint, and I'm going to copy and paste. I don't want all the slides, I'm just going to do one at the minute, but you could import all the slides. I'm just going to copy and paste that particular part of the slide. Very, very simple thing to do. So it's copy and paste. It will appear on the top left hand corner, and I'm going to drag it down and make it slightly bigger than I need it. It's about that size, just to match the one I got in the first page. Yep. Now what I need to do, I need to go back and copy in the symbols. Now to do this, I'm going to take the second slide, because the symbols look a lot better. Right click copy, right click paste, or if you wish, control and C, control and V. Very quick to do. Appear on the top left hand corner, just drag it out of the way so it doesn't get confused. And again, right click copy and right click paste. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this particular one. I'm going to duplicate it and drag it to one side. So I've got two versions there, and I'm going to do the same with the components. I'm going to duplicate them. Oops, be careful of this. I've now duplicated both the resistor and the circuit board, so just delete that. When you do duplicate, just make sure you keep the selected side. There's the second one. I'm going to place that where I know it's going to go, and I'm going to do the second one and place that where I know it's going to go. So duplicate and then move it and drop it in. Now it's a good idea at this point to lock these in positions. They can't be moved by the students when they come to the board. So I'm just going to lock that one in place, lock the other resistor in place, and then lock that particular diagram in place. All three are locked there. Now when I place this over, you can see the resistors do appear above this one. So when you duplicate, it goes in the order that you duplicate. So it's best to, I'm going to get rid of that, it's best to do your duplication as you go along. So now when I duplicate, this one will sit above the originals. So there you go, I've just duplicated the circuit and you can see it sits above. Now I've got it sat there above there, I now need to make sure it's locked, and then by sliding the scale I can make the resistors the bottom layer appear. Now when you drag the resistors over the top layer, they'll go behind it, so we just need to reorder them and send them to the top layer. And the same with the next one, just send that to the top layer. And now when you drag them over, they'll sit right on the top. Okay. I'll drag these in position where I think perhaps the kids will put them. This is where they might decide to go. Using the slider, we can now reveal the correct positions. Just going to take these back out of the way, and then I'm going to show you how to insert the media. The media couldn't be any simpler. I'm just going to insert media, and then I'm going to look for in my documents the video file. So I'm going to go to my documents then, passport. I'm going to go to my school and videos, which I've obviously made beforehand. You can't drag and drop these in. You notice if you try and drag it, it'll bounce back, so you have to select a video and then open. And the one I want is that one actually. So select it, I open it, and it'll appear on the top left hand side. Quite large. I'll drag it down, and you can see now there's a blue circle with a white triangle. That means we've got an active document going on there. And when I click on it, it'll then play the video. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, as you saw. I hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned from it. Please have a go, and good luck.